Oh, once again, this is Night Vagmar. These are my mouth words. And I know it's been like a few. I really wish sounds like that would stop happening. It's freaking me out. Now, I know it's been a bit since I put up a video on here, and you wanted to get an update on hey, how did February's challenge go? And to tell you honestly, I don't think it went as well as it should have. It's like the whole tooth thing just kind of derailed most of it for the latter half of the month. But it's like I did learn. It's like I did learn things, so it was not a complete waste. And I still have to set aside a day, most likely Thursday, to take care of most of the media and excuse me, to basically get my presence out there and get myself on places and do things that draw attention to me. So it's like, well, I didn't reach the goal that I did set for myself. I did learn some things, and I am pointed in the right direction. So it was something came from it, and then going forward, I will use that knowledge to hopefully make this channel and my gaming channel, which I'm gonna start focusing on more, better and more out there. Anyway, so since this is, I guess, officially the 6th day of March, you may be wondering, well, it's like, since you didn't put up any videos at the end of February to tell us what the challenge was for March, we don't know what you've been doing for the past 6 days. And I can tell you that for the past 6 days, I have been so tired. I have been so tired. I have not been sleeping at all well. So I didn't get a whole lot of sleep Thursday. So I was supposed to go see a movie with a lady, but an hour beforehand she wanted to reschedule for this coming Thursday. So I'm like, okay, sure, yeah, whatever. So then I went on my own and saw Logan, which I may have to upgrade to an okay movie. I mean, I didn't overly like it, but it's okay. It's not a great movie. I'd be hard pressed to call it good. I will give it an okay. It is an okay movie. I mean, yeah, I will. It's like I'm most likely going to buy it. It's like I have the other two, so. But it's not something I'm gonna watch It's not something I'm gonna watch on a regular basis, like Hot Fuzz or Scott Pilgrim vs. the World or V for Vendetta or Deadpool or Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not going to be in heavy rotation, but every so often I may pop it in. And so, anyway, now with all the rambling aside and me being tired, this month's challenge, and yeah, it's just kind of I'm just kind of. Well, shouldn't you just focus on one thing? And I am focusing on one thing for the month. I'm trying to focus on one thing for the month, and then after the month is over and I try and focus on another thing, I'm trying to integrate those challenges from the past month into a daily, day-to-day kind of thing. So it's while I worked on putting up a video every day before I got derailed by the tooth thing, to get into a habit of coming in, turning my computer, and doing this. Whereas February, I was working on networking because it's another thing that I'm bad at, and trying to get more exposure, which I know things that I have to do, and I'm working towards that. So I'm trying to set aside a day again, most likely Thursday, to work on doing that. So, and that brings us to March, which, well, of course, I'm already 6 days behind. But anyway, let's not think of it as a failure. Let's think of it as a chance to excel. So, March, I've already started on it, and that is, I'm going to focus this month on writing. I really want to get back to that, and I really want to. It's like I was gonna set some like audacious challenge, like, you know, I was gonna like finish a book. I'm really not sure that's gonna happen. But what the hell is that? Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Sorry, it's piece of paper. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna focus on writing. It's like I don't see myself finishing a book this month, especially since I'm like focusing again on one of the things that I'm bad at in the realm of writing, which is world building. And I say that I'm bad at it because, like, I don't think about it. It's kind of like an afterthought, and that should, I feel, be like a forethought. That should be like for the most part, like, I will just like, oh, I have an idea, and I'll start writing, and like the story will come, and it's like, and then I'll get to a point like, it's like, okay, it's like, well, like, it's like he lives in this place. I'm like, okay, well, what's the place look like? I mean, like, what's going on in this place? I'm like, you know, it's like, what are the exports? What are the imports? Like, I was like, does it have law enforcement? It's like, what are they like? And like, you know, what is the infrastructure like? Because like, who's the mayor? And like, you know, things like that. It's like, you know, like, how long has the place been around? I'm like, what are the ancestors like? Where do they come from? Who settled the place? You know, it just goes. And so, like, I don't really think about those things. I just write the story, and then I get to a point where, like, I need that information, but that information doesn't exist. So, and then I spend time trying to, like, build a world around a story that I'm, like, already into, and it becomes, honestly, it becomes harder, and, like, I get frustrated, and I just kind of step back from it. And I want to not do that because the rest of the story is in my head. These stories are in my head, and I want to get them out. I want to put them to something. I mean, like, ideally, I want people to read them and like them. I mean, it's like in a fantasy world, it's like, yeah, I'd kind of like to like possibly do something with that, something that, you know, could possibly take me from a full-time job to a part-time job. I mean, it's something to think about. I mean, we all want to. It's like we all have passions and things we want to do, and we always have the dream of, you know, that passion and that thing we like to do also paying the bills. And yes, I'm like, I am a child at heart and in spirit, but it's like I'm not as foolish to believe that everyone who has that passion and about something succeeds, because that's not the reality of the world. There are so many awesome writers and artists and musicians and whatever form of talent you can think of. There are countless people who are amazing whom you don't know. And sadly, you will probably never know them. So, I don't. It's like I don't fool myself into think I'm going to be like I'll be the next like L.E. Modesitt Jr. or like Laura Rowe Jolin or Stephen King or anything to that nature. It's like but do not fool yourself into thinking that I am not shooting for the top, because that's the only place I want to be. So there's that. So I have bought one small notebook. It's like it's small. They're out there. It's like one small notebook and like another bigger, smaller notebook. Don't think about that phrase too much. One of which is to put in my ideas for the world building, and like I'm going over bios and putting that in and like coming up with places and settings and things so I can use for the story. And then the other notebook is to continue writing the story when I'm not here in front of this to type it up. So I've already started once again like committing the bios of my characters to paper and trying to figure out who these people are. And like I know who they are. I have a basic rundown in my head, but again, like I don't completely know their mannerisms. I don't completely know, their feelings of like how they feel about this, that, and the other thing, how they feel about each other, how they feel about themselves. And it's like I need to have a basis for that to go forward. Because you can't write about someone if you don't know them. So I'm working on that. So that is my challenge for this month. I'm going to focus on writing, and at the very least, I hope by the end of the month, crossing fingers, that I can remain due diligent, and at the very least, have somewhere between 5 and 10 chapters written. Yes. And hopefully focus on one book at a time instead of jumping back and forth between books and starting new books like I have a bad habit of doing. So wish me luck. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for being patient with me. There should be a regular rollout of videos hopefully with this. I may adjust the schedule. I see, not be every day, maybe every other day, as I shift my focus from here to my gaming channel and trying to, again, get that up and running further. So, thanks for coming to watch. Thanks for listening to my rambling. I'm still tired and still trying to hold on, but as always, porque no queso. And I hope to see you again in a future video. Peace.